What's going on? It's Curtis Mack in the studio, CM Productions. I got special guests going around. This time, it's Scott, Paul, and Jay. All right, so start off by telling me your name and what you do, Scott.
Again, my name is Scott Paul. What's happening? I'm a music artist. I sing and I rap and I write songs.
Where are you from?
I'll say Newark, New Jersey. I've kind of lived all over.
So North Jersey, you were saying before.
Yeah, definitely like a North Jersey cat.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was born down in Florida, but I lived my whole life up here.
And you brought your boy Jay today.
Yeah, Jay
man.
Krew.
How long you been rocking?
Yeah, how long has it been, man? It's been a few years.
It's been like since like 2009.
Yeah, that's
I
when
want to say 2009.
2009.
Yeah, 2009.
So what's up, Jay? So you know,
something like that.
your name and what you do.
My name is Jae Krew, and I'm the A&R for ILL INTENT Entertainment. Yeah,
Back in the
man.
mix, behind the mic, Curtis Mack, Scott Paul.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it. We're all young here. Yeah, you know, I think Jay's still a millennial. I don't know if that matters or not. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
What?
whatever.
So you guys mentioned an organization before. So who you rocking with right now?
So ILL INTENT is it's the name of my team, and
ILL INTENT.
Yeah, ILL INTENT. It's called ILL INTENT Entertainment. And the name, first of all, the name stems from obviously when you think of ill intent like that, you know what that saying means is to have bad intentions,
Correct,
to go into something with bad intentions. But
yeah.
you know, in the new way that we use ill, like ill is dope, ill is cool. So it's always been my goal from the get-go to just get in the game and like just make it dope, just
Excellent.
put my thing on it, get in the office and flip tables, like just change it, challenge the status quo, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
ILL INTENT, just make everything
Be the best, you challenge the best. That's
exactly.
it. And you know, it depends like what kind of content you're putting out there. You know, hip hop, rap, R&B. You know, kind of they all branch out a little bit, but
Absolutely.
but you gotta find yourself, challenging or at least benchmarking off who's doing it the best. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So so you guys are both with the same organization, ILL INTENT.
Yeah.
What's going on? That's awesome. You know, if you have any promo, any merchandise, you can drop it off or stickers or anything like that. You know.
I bet.
So talent. So I know you perform. You're an artist. You said expand on that a little bit.
Yeah. So I rap and sing. I've been doing it for a little while, but I've opened for a lot of big names, and I'm just working on being one of those names.
Yeah, I got a couple of those written down because I did my homework around you. I saw that you performed at like Wellmont, right?
Yeah.
And you recently opened up for PNB.
Yeah.
You want to drop other couple?
Shut that down.
Hey.
We shut that down.
You were there,
Sold
Jay.
out.
You were there.
I was there.
Now, what are you producer, DJ when you're there? What are you doing? So when you said A&R, what is that?
Nurture the artists. I do the things behind the scenes to try to develop their talents and stuff like that. For our business, ILL INTENT Entertainment,
like career health, and like mental health, and like all that type of shit.
Yeah, all that stuff. I'm making sure you're right. I'm making sure you get the things that you need. If you need X, Y, and Z done, I'm the guy that runs and do it, or I can get the people to go run.
Producer, on scene. Because you're making sure everything's in check, all that. You got the clipboard. If you're not, get one.
Yeah, they're going to be looking at me crazy. I'm walking around with a clipboard trying to tell
Yo, can you please start walking around with a clipboard?
Because
ILL INTENT clipboards, bro.
Word, yeah.
You're boxing the
get the
same
merch.
You got to open your mind, bro.
There you go.
People don't realize how many different job titles there are and how many ways you can be involved in the music industry.
Right.
So everybody is just trying to be the artist or
the talent, regardless.
Yeah, they're trying to be the talent. They're trying to be, whatever. Instead of there's like a lot of other jobs, and like I know some people that are like literally all they do is they just connect people. You know what I'm saying? And those people are so important. Yep. You know what I mean? Like they're and like there's like little things like that you don't think of. You know what I mean? That people don't know that there's like job. The people that make the most money in this industry aren't the artists. People don't realize like the success of any artist. So much of that is dependent on the team around him.
Oh, big facts.
Like it has, there's the perception that people blow up on, all on their own.
Of course,
right.
Nobody has ever made it by themselves
because you don't see behind the curtain.
No,
you just see what's on the stage. You're like, oh, that looks good. That just happened out of
did.
nowhere.
Look what he did.
That's a lot of work behind that.
It's 10 years sometimes.
And look what that one person did, but they don't get that. Yeah.
But nowadays, people are doing it on their own. See, back in the day, 10 years ago, it was big. Labels and stuff like that, molding people into that.
Well, hold on. Break it down for us, because you're 33. Talk to us how the game has changed so far, player.
Well, what I'm trying to say is basically nowadays you have to be already made. You got to be. what you call it, hot pockets.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a hot pocket
no
and be ready to go right now. There's
artist
no
development.
There's no artist development.
They
no
ain't
more.
trying to get a project for 5
No,
years.
because that's not big. That's long money. We want
Compared to
fast
what?
money. Compared to back in the day where you wouldn't an artist be signed for like 3 years, you wouldn't know who they
You
are
wouldn't know who they are
until they're ready, until they're seasoned. The people that it's only a few people that still do that, like TDE. You know, they develop their artists. SZA is from Jersey.
And
Shout
what
out
do
to
you
her.
mean by develop the artists? They pay for the studio time, a little bit of the
Well,
marketing, that kind of stuff. The
They
club
mold
stuff.
them into what
Yeah.
their potential can take them.
like back in the day, like somebody like a Britney Spears,
Mhm.
right? The way that Britney Spears became what Britney Spears is, you got to think she wasn't like a 14-year-old that was like, yo, I want to be like this really sexy chick
Mm-mm.
and do all this. Somebody had a vision that was like, yo, we could
Or a
make
marketing scheme.
or marketing scheme, no,
Mhm.
exactly, around
that
like
was
having
that
this,
was going on a lot.
you know what I'm saying? Having
then.
this young girl, this young pretty girl,
Yep.
and like they can map out her career for
Big
10
facts.
years. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, so like back in the day, that's what they used to do. They used to get something and they would come up with a whole plan around this artist and then mold them into
Yeah,
that.
and then
over
they'd
years.
wait.
Even if
and
that-
they'd wait, I guess, right?
Yeah, but
and
now they want something where the numbers
Overnight.
are, they
Right.
well they
You
want
need to
something where
prove.
the numbers are already there.
I feel you.
A lot
So,
of the,
oh,
like the
basically
new
like
artists,
businesses.
they already have like small hits.
I always bring
basically,
it back to
you
business.
You are a bit. He is a business.
Yeah.
Scott
Yeah,
Paul
facts.
is a business.
And then
you know?
you're just looking for basically a bigger business to come and buy you.
And
you
buy
know,
you.
you know, you're because you're an influencer, and
or
that's
Yeah.
or be a partner.
or be a partner,
Yeah.
or support you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anything of that. Anything
yeah,
of that kind.
absolutely.
So, how long you guys been doing this?
Man, I'm doing it forever.
That's what everybody says. Yo, that's my
Yeah.
boy Davey Rex. Shout out Davey. He's a b-boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, dope.
he's from Essex County. And I said, when did you start? He goes, when I was born.
Yo,
I was
word.
like,
No,
That's a
it's
fact,
like-
but it's a feeling, man.
Yeah, like
It's a feeling. It's hard to get rid of.
music has always been like in me, and like I started, writing poetry in elementary school, and that's how
how
I
it
got
starts.
and that's how I got into songwriting like middle school, and I was in like choirs and shit, and you know what I'm saying, high school, middle school, you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
I
that's
just,
how
you
you
know-
got to do that type of stuff. That's the
Yeah.
behind the scenes shit no one will
Yeah.
ever know about
No.
unless
Yeah.
somebody finds your yearbook at a
What-
garage sales for $100,000. You know?
Word,
You
it's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
worth something. Word.
Exactly.
Facts.
But and then I went to in all through like middle school and high school and stuff. I was really involved in sports and other things, so
Yeah.
I wasn't able to like really concentrate on being an artist. It wasn't really until college that I was able to like.
Where'd you go to school?
William Paterson.
Excellent.
Yeah, in Wayne.
Right around the corner.
Shout out Willie P, man.
What up, Willie P?
Um,
What'd you major in?
I majored in business. Like there was a lot of good of going there, but just like getting a degree, I didn't need a degree. Like I
Yeah.
took a lot of.
You basically just
pointless
sharpen your
classes.
skills, kind of deal.
I definitely came out much more equipped than
Mhm.
before. I just could have went without like 70% of what I went there for.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I majored in business marketing, and then I minored in music management.
Oh, excellent. So you got the
Yeah.
background. In,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was, I always knew from the jump that's what I wanted to do. And then, from there, it was just like a lot of shows and music and finding myself and finding my sound. But just like, a lot of my personal things over the years, things were cool. Like right out of college, I started, opening up for a lot of big artists and stuff. And my thing was always just money. Like I grew up poor. I grew up with a single mom.
Yeah.
With 3 kids. And, when I started working and stuff, I started working in high school. I always, my money was for my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
So it wasn't until after college where, everybody's situation was kind of improving. I was able to like really invest in music.
Big facts.
But everything is so expensive, bro.
So that's you got grit. What you have is what you call grit. You got
Yeah.
grit. You got
Yeah.
what it takes. You know what it's like to share that bowl of cereal. I come from a
Oh,
family
yeah,
of
yeah.
14. Same
Oh,
thing.
so-
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so like it's a grind. It's not
Yeah.
just for you. It's for your brother. It's for your sister.
Yeah.
It's for your
Right,
mom. It's
right,
for
right.
everybody there. That's kind of you got. It's
Yeah.
like almost like a weight on your shoulders, but it's a good
Yeah.
weight.
Where,
Yeah, and-
because
and-
it's a weight that nobody puts on me.
and-
I put it on myself.
And you don't even know why it's there,
yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah.
it's just there, and you
Yeah,
it's there, but you feel good about it.
Well, you know what? Because it's like it's a sense of purpose, but it's also a confidence thing. It's like I know I could do it, and when
Facts.
I do it, I
Facts.
can fucking take care of these people I love.
Facts.
You know what
It's
I mean?
like you
that's
almost
dope.
have a science, and I'm not trying to like dissect you, but like it's like there's like a science to everything that's already out in front of you. Like the problem's kind of already solved in a way that's going
You
to
just
come out
gotta-
successfully and good. I
You
don't
just
know.
got to figure out that way.
Word, just figure out the equation.
It feels like, you know, you might have that mentality when it comes to music, and it's you already
Absolutely.
got it, but you've been waiting on that time to hit it.
I feel like I was just like telling him this the other day on the phone, like what you're saying, but like in a different manner, like how hard he works, and even you know, as when I was trying to be an artist, and that's how we first met, to see how far he's, you know, grown and become from that point. That it's a process, just because it didn't happen overnight, and you seeing all these other people that
instant gratification.
You know what I'm saying? That it's a process, but you're making yourself more seasoned, and he's getting himself, and he's picking up so much new knowledge of, you know, you don't learn things by just looking and saying, oh, yeah, whatever. You got to go through it to get that experience. That's another thing we were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? What the analogy we said was, you can't tell me that how it feels to walk through the mud if you never walked through it. You know, we can't relate.
Yeah, like you could understand, like, oh, it's tough to move through because of this or that, but until you actually had to move your legs through that mud,
right?
You don't
you can
know what it's
describe
like
it
to
me.
be there.
You can tell me all these things,
you don't know
but you
grind,
can't tell me how it feels when the mud is on you and touching you when you're going through the mud.
Big facts.
You got to go through that experience to understand.
Like people can't understand a level that they've never been to.
Big facts, and then that's why they don't understand why individuals that have that grit in them, that street heart, you know, that the street soldiers, those like ready to take on the world type deal. They're like, what the, you know, what am I doing wrong? It's not, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not. If you just have that fire in you, you don't.
You have that fire and gain that experience and everything like that. It can take you a long way, and especially you just keep your mind right and focus on the path that you're trying to take. You know, because it's always stuff to distract you and everything.
Big facts. So when you're putting out music, who's your target audience? Like, you know, who do you want to hit with this?
Yo, it's crazy because it's like it's diversified so much through the years, because you know my content is real diverse.
It's fucking key, Scott, to have somebody like Jay around, because somebody that's not honest with you is not your friend.
Yeah.
You know?
In
fact, like if he says, "Yo, that's fire, bro," and you're like,
no, I try to get as many people to like get constructive criticism and like
And we have conversations and we just talk about things, just, you know, and, you know, I get his perspective on where he's trying to go, and then I get my point of view, and it just goes like that, you know, and you take what you want for the conversations that we have and apply it whatever need be.
And that's how it usually goes. You know, people just, you know, that's exactly what I try to do. Basically, I try to give out as much information as possible. I'll be straight up with you right now. They say that the two ways to get money as an artist: to go on tour, which includes merchandise, ticket sales, all the
that's
concerts.
how you make your money nowadays.
Tour or commercial use for your music.
It's crazy how different the game is than what it was like 15 years ago. I wish if people knew how much money it costs to come up like with these records, they would buy music.
The studio time, the videos, all that shit.
If people knew how much it costs, they would. But you know, it is what it is, man. So you got to get your money other way.
But anyway, so you always keep your audience in mind when you're putting shit out there. And then, you know, at the end of the day, like your own goals. What's the main goal here?
I mean, my main goal, like my goals are in steps. So like the core of it is like I want to take care of the people that took care of me and prove people right. I had a lot of people in my corner who just really believed in what I was doing, and believed in my talent, and believed in who I was, you know, who I am as a person. And because of that, they like really ride for me. So,
big facts. So what do you want to prove to them? Do you want to get Billboard hits? You want to make it to movies one day? Like, what's the plan here? Like,
I wanna make it.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say make it, it's like, I mean, just the awards and the big shows, the
recognition,
and the international tours, like just like I'm
being able to take care of your people too when you come back, no problem.
Exactly. So I mean, that's like
taking Jay with you.
I mean, he already knows that's a given. That's the top goal. You know what I'm saying? But then
everybody eats.
But then, you know, my other big thing is this. I feel like I could just have a really profound impact in making the world a better place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
when people hear your music, they hear your vibe.
Yeah, like and like I want to do a lot of like philanthropic work. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, give back.
Let's talk about your events and your accomplishments so far. I know you said you did, you know, Wellmont Theater open for PNB. Let's take it back.
So as far as like artists that I've performed with or opened up for. Yeah, A Boogie, PNB Rock, Fetty Wap, Kid Ink, Mac Miller, Meek Mill. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
R.I.P.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Chance the Rapper. I say J Cole, Fabulous. It's like a lot.
That's a strong list.
I was like, wait,
that's a strong list.
Yeah, no,
damn,
like
man.
MGK. Yeah, like
My
a
boy
lot
be
of
working.
like a lot of
Damn.
more people than like I couldn't even like remember all of them. And
it's all work.
You
right?
know it's crazy
It's all
because
work.
as I like reel off that name,
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here like trying to boast. I'm literally just trying to remember the list. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
like because that's
it,
not a thing for me right now. Like I don't really because I'm ready to be the name.
How can people see your talent right now? Where's the best platform for them to go to? What's the number one thing you want them to go to?
IG. Follow me on IG.
What's your IG? I am Scott Paul, right?
I am Scott Paul. Yeah. And
no
then,
underscores, nothing.
Nothing. Just I am Scott Paul.
And what about you, Jay?
I don't want none of y'all to follow me.
Yeah.
I'm behind the scenes for a reason.
Behind the scenes. If somebody had to contact you for a business inquiry.
Oh, well, then you can hit me on IG at Jae Krew, JAEKREW.
Business only. He doesn't want to
business-
socialize with
yeah, don't
anybody.
like y'all
He doesn't
to
want to
just be
talk to
talking.
anybody. He
'Cause
doesn't
my
wanna
girl
talk.
crazy.
He doesn't want to talk.
My girl crazy, and if y'all jump in them DMs talking crazy,
Nope,
she
nope,
gonna
nope.
ride
Oh
on
yeah,
y'all.
shout out.
If you're
to
gonna
the
do that,
lady,
just
man.
jump in my DM.
Yeah.
Talk crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
mind
yeah.
that.
Go to his DM.
Yeah, Curtis Mack 93. You can talk crazy all you
Yeah.
want.
I'm talking about all Mac.
Yo, wow.
Yeah, Curtis Mack 93. But anyway, so we're in the booth right now. We're in the studio with Scott Paul, Curtis Mack, myself, which is me, duh. And then we got Jay. I don't know, I'm getting silly with
Yeah.
it right now. So you have any upcoming projects coming out right now?
I'm looking to collaborate with as many talented, driven people as possible. And we were talking before about how people think it's only this thing that you do. If you're interested in music, like you have to be one of two things. There's like a lot of positions. So if you believe in what I'm doing or you're interested in working in the industry, like let's work.
Just stay tuned to more Scott Paul. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing more shows. With more big name artists. Trying to grow that list and grow this resume. To really show that we can do this in the industry. A couple of young guys or whatever from North Jersey trying to make a name. You know what I'm saying? And we're starting from the bottom and, we're doing it on our own. We want to make some noise once we get the opportunity to get in the door. You're just basically just getting shows, putting a bow on this last project right here, Knew Me Win.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? Which is very successful right now. And,
yeah,
making its rounds and getting the views that it deserves.
Shout out to the fan base.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out
Absolutely.
to the fan base. All the Ill Intent and Scott Paul supporters. We appreciate it, man. And we just gonna keep working. Like I said, put a bow on this album, and then continue to make more new music and
Yeah.
videos
Oh,
and
I can't
more
wait,
opportunities and more
Marketing
opportunities
content
like this.
and events
you know
and
what I'm
charity
saying?
events and exposure. And
All that.
Yeah, it
Yo,
it
but
only
it's like
gets
at
bigger
the,
every
at
year.
the core, bro. I can't wait to make more. Yo, I love making music, man,
And
and
yeah.
I'm so inspired, bro. Like this year has been so crazy, ups and downs. I can't wait to just like get to put that in music again, man. That's what it's at the core. That's where it all
That's it.
started, man.
That's
I really
it.
love making music.
No, I appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Let me just say this: it's so much talent in New Jersey, especially
Word.
right now. I feel like we're on a
North
bubble.
Jersey.
Yeah,
North Jersey especially, but just Jersey period. We're on a bubble, and it's about to burst, man. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna be a floodgate, going through, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
see a wave of a lot of young, talented Jersey acts, man.
and that, and that's another thing. Like through Ill Intent, and just like myself, like my personal brand too. I wanna like lead the charge of Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a goal.
like Fetty popped, but you know how like on the West, I don't know who like started it, but like one person came and then we got everybody. We got Kendrick, all
Yeah.
TDE. We got
Yeah,
YG. We
somebody
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
burst the door open, and they just everybody
Kid
just
Ink, like
ran through.
yeah, and like everybody, and Atlanta was the same thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
when Atlanta came back, they how long has Atlanta's run been now? We're gonna be coming up on a decade.
It's
soon.
been a while.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just, like
But they
And
So
that-
Fetty-
and that's
so
just the
Fetty
newer
opened
age
the door
of
and then
music.
nothing happened, right?
Yeah, well, it's like, but you want it's as if he like went through the door then closed it on his way in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he ain't, like he didn't leave it cracked a little for us to just at least sneak
kind
in.
of closed it, locked the door, and was like, peace.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
you know, because he took off so fast, and
it's
nothing against him. Yeah, he just took off so fast.
Because I don't know if maybe there was more he could have done.
Or you don't know the business behind it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
They're like, if you don't lock that door, then we're locking that door with you behind it. Cause
I mean, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You never know, but. You know, the fact is, like, you would think that nobody else was in Jersey because we had the spotlight. We had a big ass spotlight on us.
Well, like that's the thing about people from New Jersey. It's like an island when it comes to hip hop. Like not like a reggae sound, but like it's a remote place that no one knows about. Because who's from Jersey? Give me your artist right now. One artist from New Jersey. Go.
Other than Fetty?
All right, Fetty, go.
Mainstream. Like, okay, you got Redman.
All right, go ahead. I'm Akon.
SZA.
Lauryn Hill.
Drop some more.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. We're going back 20 years.
So that's what I'm saying. But those people are just like people that made it, and then they're like, there wasn't any doors behind them. You know what I mean? Those are people that just made it, and that was it.
But they had it 20 years ago.
No, I mean, no.
But like
we
now,
we had a stronger presence 20 years ago, Jersey wise. You know
it was a real thing 20 years ago.
It just is far in between before we got the next some type of presence, and the difference is. Back then, when we had somebody open the door for Jersey, more people came out that door.
Yeah. You know what? It was also they were all from the same area too. They were like
it was like Essex County. It was Essex. Oh, naughty by nature. I saved myself. Go.
Yeah.
No. I saved my 20 minutes later.
5 hours later.
No. Yeah. Word.
Like, but they were all from there.
But
that's it.
Like,
but
like,
it still,
Hill,
it still didn't matter. That's even better because then you like, I know you. You know, I know if Scott getting on, Jay getting on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
Jay getting on, and this person getting.
And at the end of the day, there's only going to be, especially back then, there are only, X amount of seats at the table. You can't bring in 20 people if there's only.
I mean like I'm like an artist, not just your people. I mean like
no. Okay. I'm saying even like just in hip hop, you're only gonna, especially back then, because there was only X amount of room on the radio where you heard everything.
Yeah.
True.
There's only gonna be X amount of superstars able, you know what I'm saying? But now there's room for more, but there's less.
It's flooded. It's flooded.
Which is weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's flooded, but from none from Jersey. The only talent out there is
we're talking about
Fetty,
as far as the state.
And
I got you.
Who else is out there? Who's like out there? Because there's
right now Jersey.
Because there's like 070 Shake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
070. But not.
All right. What about Skinny from the Nine?
Still don't even know.
Skinny from the Nine.
I don't know what his mainstream appeal is like.
Well, I see him driving a fucking BMW i8 out there on IG.
Yeah, but that's not always real.
Yeah,
what's good with that? I know big facts. I know that smoking mirrors. So that's what I'm saying. What's good with that? I'm calling him out right now.
I mean, I'm not saying he.
Hit me up on IG, Curtis Mack 93. I'll give me the keys. We'll race too far. I got the V6 coupe in the driveway right now. I'll take the keys from that BMW right now. Come at me.
Hey, but no. What was I gonna say?
Skinny.
I mean, Skinny from the Nine. His presence is big on the internet, but as far as the industry or having a consistent song being played or anything like that. It's not big enough to say he's up there with Fetty Wap and them as far as representing Jersey. Yeah, he's a young guy that's getting started.
Yeah, I want to know his success story. What did he do?
I was trying to dissect
the other day.
I was trying to dissect it. I don't know what's real and what's not.
And that's what a lot of artists say because they're only like kind of in their own they benchmark, but some do, some don't. But then they're kind of that's like Lil Wayne doesn't listen to anybody else's music but his own. Type deal. Some people are open to that. But I have a question for you guys. It was something that you probably never expected to get asked tonight, but when you're hearing music, you saw it 20 years ago, we were hot, right? Akon came out, Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah, we were dropping all these names. What was Redman, right? So they came from, urban New Jersey, even though New Jersey is an urban state, regardless what part you're in, because technically because of the density. So if anyone wants to get popping, we can talk geographics. So anyway,
he had to get that off his chest.
Word. Because everybody want to talk about you in the woods, you in the sticks.
No matter what part of New Jersey you're in, it's an urban state. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
facts.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that. So for an artist in North Jersey right now. Mm-hmm. That either wound up here from whatever or is here now, where is his or her success going to be right now, other than the internet? like because you said Essex County's hot because if you go and perform over at Jimmy G's, you're not hitting your audience.
Yeah.
So what does an artist do right now? To get their name really out there, other than just
in their area or
New
in
Jersey, or just kind of
general?
try to get it popping so you can hit New York, or so you can kind of get known quick. Not at a sweatbox, but like
excluding the internet.
Excluding the internet, like what would an artist do right now?
Yo, everything is on the internet.
I know, but I'm saying, but no,
I'll say this.
You say that, but no, but I'll tell you right now, the highest conversion rate on any sales or anything is in person.
Oh, so, no, I 1,000%
in person
event,
I
1,000% believe that.
I'll say this. Even though we're excluding it, you're going to need the internet eventually to get you through that threshold.
Yeah.
But I would say if you're an artist in Jersey and you're trying to get yourself popping to get to that market over to New York, you have to show your face. When they have these, first of all, like Scott does, he goes to these events and he links up with either the DJ or he talks to this person or get information this person, and you share stuff, and then they start inviting you to other events that you didn't have opportunities before because you didn't talk to this person, you didn't meet this person. Now you met this person, now you're cool with this person. Now they're going to let you in 2 doors to go to another event. So yeah, basically networking one-on-one. But I'm saying for in Jersey, you have to show your face. It's been just places where we see the same people because they know they working hard because they trying to get into these rooms. So, and
that's what I'm trying to get at. So obviously, if you go to a small place and meet the DJ, you might not go anywhere. So is there a specific location that in Elizabeth or Newark or somewhere like that?
I don't think it's just one spot, but that's just me. But
okay.
Go ahead, Scott.
I don't really, there's not really like the spot here. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't even know where like the areas are because it's just, I think hip hop will always start and, get the stamp of approval, in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like in the urban areas, like that's because that's
it's great to have that certification.
So what? So an artist, let's just say I know somebody that's an artist, right? And I do this for the audience. They're trying to make a name for themselves. They're hot on the internet. They may be hot. They got an IG popping. Everyone's got to get that going. And so what they would need to do is they kind of need to perform down in city.
Well, I mean, you said internet though. You said they're popping on the internet.
Yeah, so they already got themselves going. All right,
if that person's on the internet, they don't need to go to the hood, which is what happens a lot.
Okay. So
which is an issue because now there's hip hop is going to continue to like the.
See what I mean? It's kind of a conflict of interest here, right? A little bit. Because you need that hoodness, that urban setting to get it popping.
Yeah, I mean,
what I'm trying to say is if you're already popping on the internet and you don't have New Jerseys, how do you know if you have New Jersey's backing other than what's just on the internet? I'm just saying from an in person.
Okay.
Would a local artist need to go down to Newark, Elizabeth, and to perform to see if he's hot or not?
If you've never been down there, then they're not gonna. Like you said, it's even more when you're in person.
Yeah.
So say if Scott got a show in Newark and they've never seen Scott Paul before,
and I don't know anybody out there, and I look uncomfortable there.
Exactly.
Right. They're not going to really rock with you because of the impression they got in person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The internet is just the internet. Everybody puts their good stuff on the internet. Nobody puts the bad stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
So you only see the good. And you don't know the bad until you meet that person in person.
And that's what I'm saying. And there's nothing like that in person approval.
No,
so what a better place to get it than in the hood.
But I'm not saying not just the hood, in general.
Yeah.
In general, somebody can come up here and go to a show and they trash. It don't matter.
Yeah. But if they're good, I'm just saying, if they're good and everybody that's in an urban setting that already is basically lived that culture their whole life, and if they approve that artist, let's say you go down there and they're like, "Yo, listen, we're vibing your shit," isn't that like a kind of like a sentimental or like kind of like isn't that worth something else? Isn't that have a value to it?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
To your own knowledge.
No,
now okay, I'm good.
That's a root that the whole spirit of hip hop started there
in an urban setting.
And
especially New
Jersey. I don't think it's more so.
You see what I'm trying to say, though, right?
I see what you're saying, but I don't think it's more so the urban setting we appreciate more. It's just to have that approval from a person that looks like you, or been through the same stuff as you, or can even not even just look like you, not even be the same race, can just have the same experience with music with you, and they say, you know what, I rock with your stuff. That means more than just where the actual area is.
Gotcha.
Because hip hop is not just one race; it's all different races. It's a melting pot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's approval from people
but I think
that live in the culture.
But I think it's that when you get into the nitty gritty of hip hop, and like what it is and why it is what it is. It was like birth, from that. So when you take it out of there, then I don't know, and you lose that grittiness to it. That's why we're getting a lot of like. I don't know, that's what I'm also. That's kind of also a this is another question that stems off of that. So if you don't have that grittiness in you from the urban setting, can you be a hip hop artist? Yeah, I mean, because you don't need it from an urban setting, but you need the grittiness though. That's
well,
okay. That's what you were saying. It's not just the setting.
Right. And you can have if you're gonna go have that grittiness, and that's what you're going for. It has to match. The music has to match the reality of that.
Yes, okay.
That's when the lines get a little funny when it doesn't reflect that, and that's when people don't appreciate that, and then people can see the fake in that, and then that's when it's like, all right, well, I can't get behind this. I don't know what you're saying is real to me. It's a story. You sell like we said earlier. The music is a product. We're selling this. We're selling.
Tell it how you live it, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if it gets exposed that it's not believable, then it takes away from the song. Now, if that's only if you're trying to portray that content that just putting out there. Now, if you're not from that area, or even if you are from that area, but you're making music that doesn't reflect that area, that's cool too. That's fine. Long as you're living that.
Or you just make sure that you're reflecting your actual lifestyle.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're not putting on airs.
If you're gonna make a certain type of content,
I mean, to an extent, like it doesn't have to be exactly you, but it should be an extension of you or what you know.
I'm just saying, like if you're doing more gangster rap stuff like that,
because that's kind of like hot, right now.
At least have some experience in gangster stuff if you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But in that aspect,
because you see a lot of people on the internet, and how we're like now as like let's just somebody that doesn't know hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm a hip hop head type deal, not a lot of white people are, whatever it is what it is. But how does somebody?
But they are.
They are.
I mean, around here. Well, around here they aren't.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a true hip hop head though.
I always think broad.
Yeah. Word.
Because I mean. White people are by far the biggest consumers of hip hop.
But definitely,
yeah.
So how would like somebody? I guess this question wouldn't make sense unless they're interested in hip hop. But if they weren't interested in hip hop, how would they know somebody that's not like from that area and somebody that's faking it and somebody that's not? I guess they just see that true grit.
You got to go through the mud.
But I'm saying like all they see is the IG posts. Let's just say a rando, a young kid. The young kid that's doesn't really know much yet. He's 13, 14, and he's seeing content from somebody. Let's just say from Scott Paul that's true and whatnot, blah blah. Mm-hmm. And you got somebody that's pretending to be a gangster, and he winds up liking that shit more because he's pretending to be a gangster.
Oh, well, that's what happens. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
And that's why you have the music industry like it is right now.
So how is this kid supposed to know out there? How is he supposed to tell the difference? Or he or she?
The thing is,
well, not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but what I was saying is. That's what I mean by through the mud. Like you have to go through that. You have to have that experience.
That's the only way they would know,
right?
Because if they haven't been through that,
you can call it,
which a lot of them haven't. Which is why you have a lot of people that are inauthentic, able to, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To fake it and get as far as
because
pop
there's not that many people that have the heart that hear it and they're like, yo, that mother.
Yeah, especially on the internet. Especially on the internet, anybody can portray whatever they want, and people can believe that because all they see is what they got in front of them. Yeah. Now, but
we should hire people just to pick motherfuckers like that out.
Real gangsters is doing that. Yeah. All you guys that's on there on the internet pointing your guns at the camera and stuff like that, blah. Real gangsters are going to see you, and they're going to want to see if you really about that gangster stuff.
And to be honest, Jay,
that's how you get exposed.
And once again, that's another like byproduct of kind of what I was getting at too, because not in a hindsight situation, because if you don't portray a lifestyle you don't live, because you're going to wind up maybe yourself in some trouble that you didn't expect to, regardless if it's legal, non-legal, this level, that level.
Yeah.
So just be you. Don't be out here fronting.
A lot of the charges that these rappers end up getting are because of stuff they put in their music.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And also like a lifestyle they have to keep up with. Like they gotta portray.
Yeah.
Like that's why a lot of these rappers like getting caught with guns and stuff like that, never had a criminal record before then, but now they're getting all these criminal records because they have to keep up with the lifestyle that they're portraying. Yo, I walk around with blah, 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 and I got this gun, and I'm going to pop you when I see you, blah, blah, blah. So when people see them out in the street, they expect that. So, and if they come out, and if they're out there not really don't have that, they can get themselves hurt. So now, they got to live that, even though they might not really want to live that right now anymore because they want to make money. But people think you out there robbing and shooting people every day because that's what your song says.
And that's why I said what I said. Like, a lot of these guys get in their predicaments because of what they put in their music, because people come checking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whether it's the cops or whether it's,
real gangsters.
Yeah. Like, gangsters. People are checking like, so that's what's going on? Let's see about that.
I want to know if DMX is really crazy like DMX is.
I'm so crazy.
But he really is, though.
He is, though.
But,
he is,
you know, but people are going to say that.
He is, though.
Oh, yeah. You're using us as a reference. I'm sure DMX is probably the one person who's never had that problem. But I don't think anyone ever checked for him.
No one ever checked DMX.
Man, everybody got checked, man. Tupac
That's true. At one point.
Tupac pulled out a gun, and then that's how you knew, all right, Tupac real. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody has to get checked.
Whether you're in hip-hop or not.
Absolutely.
Because that validity, what you guys are talking about, that grit, that validity, and because everybody is at a different mental level when they're listening to this. So some people may know and some people may not know.
Absolutely.
Not everyone knows to walk up to the DJ and dap him up and give him a beer and put in your card, but not everyone knows how to do that shit. You know?
But it's good that that information gets out there on stuff like
from you too, you know?
Because, you know, every little thing, it helps, man.
There's a lot of little things.
So anyway, today I had Scott Paul, I had Jay in the booth. I had a great time with them. We got to connect. Give a shout out to yourself one more time, Scott Paul. Tag yourself.
Scott Paul in the building. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can check out my last album, Knew Me When, on all on all the digital platforms, and then my new video, Tequila. It's available on YouTube. Check that out.
Yeah, man. Jae Krew. Hit me up on Instagram at Jae Krew. And also the ILL INTENT page on Instagram. Follow us and keep up to date with, everything with Scott Paul and the events and shows and new music and everything else, man. Like I said, we taking over for the 99 and the 2000. If you're a real hip hop fan, you know where that came from.
Now hit him with it.
On all platforms.
That's right. Peace, y'all.